All right, fuck it. This is going to be everything I wish I would have known 2, 3 years ago when I got into online business and crypto, and everything I'm currently doing to take the steps and the actions to make hundreds of thousands of dollars per month in the future. I'm not there yet, and then millions of dollars per day, 1 year. And so this is everything I've learned from Alex Becker, Alex Rosie, hundreds of hours of podcasts, hundreds of books. And this is going to be an absolute brain dump in the most valuable video I maybe will ever make in my entire life. So, title: Getting Rich is Easy. You're just at the hard part. Now, if you're watching this, you're probably someone in the hard part right now. You're new to making money online. You made some money, but you can make more. Well, this is similar to a place that I was 2, 3 years ago. Okay, I can even relate to the last part myself personally now, where I think I could be making way more. And so I made this document even for myself to know the steps that I need to take to make more. And I'm sure that you guys are going to find this valuable for myself, for yourself. So why should you even listen to me? Okay. So maybe you're seeing this video for the first time. You don't know who I am. Okay. I started online business 3, 4 years ago after my first startup failed, nearly bankrupted me. It was a beverage startup. I was making a healthy alternative to energy drinks because everyone in university was using like Adderall and modafinil, including myself. So I was like, okay, I'll build a healthy alternative. Fast forward, COVID happened. Couldn't get distribution. It was really hard. It was extremely expensive. Ended up failing. I built back from nothing for 15K, turned that into over 100K, but round tripped a whole bunch of it in NFTs in 2021. Bought a bunch during the crash in 2022. Found some good ICOs, and then that was basically like part one of changing my life. Okay, 2024, 2025. This is like now-ish. I learned how to make content, making these videos, personal branding, how to sell info, and then in 2025 and 2026, so this is still now, learned how to build a sales team and then sell. So I also have a marketing agency where we sell AI software to local businesses, and basically it helps them rank better on Google. Okay, now in this video I don't want to sell you anything. I just want to break down everything that I've learned, like I said, from hundreds of videos from Alex Becker, Alex Rosie, my own experience selling info, running an agency, trading crypto. I also have a lot of friends who have hundreds of thousands and millions of followers who also run businesses, agencies. One is a tech company. It's worth like $100 million plus. So this is everything I wish I knew, and this is a reflection to myself. Okay, so ways to get rich while you're young. Okay, a skill plus an info product / education plus software. This is what I'm doing now. This is like option one. I'm going to break down each option shortly, but this is option one: skill plus info product plus software. Number two, you build a startup and have a lot of equity. This can be B2B, this can be consumer app, this can be tech. And then number three would be like a high income job. So maybe you're a lawyer, banker, private equity, doctor, engineer. Okay. Skill plus info plus software. This is what I'm doing. This is, I think, probably the best path for the majority of people. Okay. Let's say you run an agency and you're selling AI software to local businesses that helps them rank higher on Google. So let's use this for an example. Okay. You make income from the agency, and that usually runs at a 60% profit margin after, cold callers and fulfillment fees and our back end team and devs and building software. Okay, so let's just say you make, I'll just use 20K a month from this. Okay, 20K per month, which is not much, but let's just use that for an example. You make 20K per month here. Okay, so this would be step one. Your agency is cash flowing you 20K per month. How do you make more? Well, you can obviously grow the agency and spend more money on this, but you can also go into info. So you make info by teaching other people what you already know. So I could teach people how to start an agency that sells AI software to local businesses to help them rank better on Google, right? Okay, so now let's say you start making content creation, you start posting, you build a funnel, you do all this stuff, and you teach people how to do that, and you charge them, 3 to 5K. Now, maybe you're went from 20K from agency. Let's just say you make, another 20, 30K a month from info, and you're charging people 5K. So you're on average getting 5 people, like 4 to 5 people to join per month. And you're going to show them how to make, let's say, just like 10 to 20K per month. And the thing about info for beginners is like people don't want to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. They just want to make like a little bit more money. And so then you take the business model that's make you 20K per month and you show people how to make them 10K per month. I would really suggest this being like probably like 50 or 100 to be able to show people like how to make 10 to 20. But anyways, nonetheless, it holds true. So now you're making some money from the agency, you're making some money from info. And you got to remember with info, is that most people want something that is like easy, requires little work, and is mostly done for you, okay? And then you can build and charge for it. So if you're like, okay, well, I'm going to show them how to run the agency that sells to local businesses, and I'm going to charge them info. Well, people want stuff that's more done for you. So you have to think about all the things that they want. Well, okay, you want to make it easy for them to get callers. You want to make it easy. You want them to just be able to use the software that you've built. You basically want them to have to do the least amount of things possible, and you're able to charge them more for the less things they have to do. Same thing in crypto. I can only charge people when selling info because I'm giving them the calls. People don't want to know how to get the calls. They want to be hand-fed the plays that are good for them, that are going to make them money, and they're willing to pay a premium so that they do not have to think. The same thing goes for here. Okay, why would you sell info instead of scaling your agency more per se? Selling info, depending on who you are, your lifestyle, like all these things, can be easy and is extremely profitable. Some people, like Brett Scales, probably sell at 80% profit margins and like has a big brand. Having a big brand is good for like a number of things. It makes recruiting easier. It makes your ad spend cheaper. Makes you have brand awareness like in the space. It's good overall. Okay. This is step 3. This is you. Brez I think is doing like $1 million per month. But if you wanted to get to like $100 million per month, like you can't just do info, right? You have to build software. So using the same example, I have an AI. I sell AI. I have an agency that sells AI software to local businesses that help them rank higher on Google, right? Step 2 is I sell info. I teach people how to sell AI software to local businesses, and they pay me upfront for me to teach them and give them the systems for them to do this. Cool. Step 3 is I build the software, right? Me and a developer build the software that I use in my agency to fulfill the services for the local businesses. So I'm the one building the software. And then this is where info comes in, because now everyone that you sell to join your info, where you teach them how to sell local services to businesses, are now using your software. Okay, so your people are paying you upfront to teach them how to sell to local service businesses, and in making it easy for them, you're giving them your software that you've built that they're going to pay you every single month for, to then fulfill the services for the clients that they're going to go and get. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Now, there's a preface here that makes it a tiny bit more complex that I really want everyone to understand. So, let's say you're selling info and you spend $2,000 to acquire one new client, and they're going to pay you $5,000 for your course, right? So you just made $3,000 net profit. Sick. Okay, that's good. Then they're going to pay you $100 per month per business that they have running on the software. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So they pay you you spend $2,000 to acquire a client to teach them. They give you $5,000, you're plus $3,000. Okay. Now every single business that they are going to run, let's just say like the service for, like they're going to rank them higher on Google, they need to pay you every single month $100 per business. The average person has, let's say, 10 businesses, so the average person you bring in is going to pay you $1,000 per month. Okay. So you made $3,000 upfront from info from them, plus you make $1,000 per month that is reoccurring. Okay. So now, if you want to get into the nitty-gritty things, you can spend $3,000 more to acquire a client. So you can basically acquire a client at zero, and you can still make money over time because the value of the customer is $1,000 per month or $12,000 per year, right? And that is like all cash flow. Now you're like, okay, well, I'm probably not going to make much money, right? But it's like the software is the most important thing. And so let's say you don't even include the money that you're making from info. You just net zero on info all the time. You're just acquiring new people, right? And every single month they're paying you $1,000, right, each. And let's just say you bring in a total of 300 people over the year, which is like, that would be what, like 8 people per month, give or take? 8 people per month, give or take. I don't know. It'd be more. It's 300 over 12. 25 people per month. Okay. Maybe a bit ambitious. But anyways, let's just say you can close 25 people per month, okay? Because you're also acquiring them at $0. Like you're spending every dollar you make on info to acquire new clients. Then you have 300 people in a year, and they're each paying you on average $1,000 because they're paying you $100 per business, and on average they have 10 businesses. They're paying you $300,000 per month. You're making $3.6 million per year. You multiply that by a multiple of 7, and that's a $25 million business, okay? And you're running that and acquiring clients without losing money because the info is the front end that is fulfilling the back end. This is a little bit more complex. Most people don't get here. This is what Alex Becker tried with building Hyros, okay? Second, building a startup. You have a lot of equity. It's pretty simple. Use B2B consumer apps, tech. It's pretty self-explanatory. You can build something like Quitter, CalAI. You want to go viral. I don't mind something like this. It's just like, I know people that have done it expect higher margins, lower margins, like 30%. So maybe it makes $1 million, but you have a co-founder. On $1 million, you might take home like 30%, so 300K. Okay. If you're going to do this, you want to build something big. Like there's no reason to build small apps, in my opinion. Like you want to build something that can like change the world, like build like a really good platform. This also requires like more money. It's more advanced, blah, blah, blah. 3, high income job, lawyer, doctor, banker, software engineer. This is like pretty underrated. Like these aren't like, I know a lot of people that went into this that are doing like pretty well now. It's just that this takes like a long time. Like you're not going to be making much money until you're 40. Same with doctor, you're going to have a lot of debt. Investment banker, you'll work 100 hours per week. But you're going to make probably 15, 20K per month, which is like solid. And then if I could go back in time, I'd become a software engineer, because you can get equity plus salary, by far the best option. And you can do many things, and, you earn really good money, and you can basically like get the best of all worlds. Now, where does crypto come in? Well, so this is what I do. Well, I do both, but this is what I do. Crypto plus info plus software. So for me, I make money on long-term trading. I make money on meme coin launches. I make money on new coin launches. I sometimes get paid for content. I make some cash flow from education. Like I do sell up education where I show business owners and people like what to buy, when to buy, my sell signals, all this stuff. So I make some money from that. And then obviously the final phase, which I haven't done yet, which would be building some sort of like crypto software, crypto platform. This would do it. For most people, you should not do trading in crypto full time. You should be making money from X business model, like we talked about above, and then use crypto as a tool to multiply your wealth faster than anyone else. That is what has worked for me. That is what I suggest to other people, because it is very hard to live off your investments. And even if you're like one of these crypto traders that has like, $5 million in the bank, like you can still feel poor if you have like no cash flow. Yeah, this is so far everything that I've learned. Now, obviously, there's prefaces. In order to run a good agency, you need to build a sales team. You need to be able to run ads. You need to be able to have a marketing list. Same with education. Like you need to build a brand. You need to know how to make content. You have to edit. You have to film. You have to be a likable, personable, have a good brand, like live a certain lifestyle. Unfortunately, build a list, email, run ads, like all, you know what I mean? Like these types of things too. So I'm not going to get into like the implementation on how to do all this shit right now. This is just like brief overview. Okay. And this is everything that's worked for me so far that has allowed me to make like, I would say considerably good money for a young age. Not where I want to be, but not bad. And I think like going over this document for myself, these are the steps that I can take that will lead to 250K a month plus. Like I could be running ads, I could be selling more info, I could be trading better, I could be building software for crypto or the agency stuff. Like I haven't really dabbled into that much. So these are all like things I could do in the future. Okay. Now, if you're already making money, and you want to multiply your wealth faster, then I'd urge you to book a call with me for my crypto group, because our entire goal is to multiply your wealth. And we've done that really successfully, especially right now. Good. There's been a lot of a lot of good buying opportunities. Like even in the group the other day, I was saying to buy Aster at $1.05 on the dip, and it actually springed all the way up to like 120 on a nice bounce here. So even on some bigger plays, like 15% overnight, 20% overnight is like pretty good. And then obviously new launches have been going well as well. So if you want to book a call with me for that, then you can do so down below. But if not, then just take what I've showed you in this video and try and apply it to your life, and I think it will make it significantly better. Again, right now is the best time with crypto dips, and I want to take cash flow from other things and then buy the dip. That was all for this video. I hope you found value in it. This has been a total brain dump for me, and something I've been looking forward to making for a long time. So if you found value in this, please drop me a follow and a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.